in this game. Yang Fei Fei in 4, and also on the bench they've got their former skipper Yan Mei Ling, so it's a supersonic side. And here's Sri Lanka, and they're going to have to rely on those speedsters. Delaney in 5, Anusha, sorry, in 5, Delaney in 7, and Anushika in 10. They are genuine speedsters, and they can go the full length. But China, they were finished the Asia Rugby 7 series in 2nd spot behind Japan. Should have won the cup final against Japan in the Huijiao Sevens. Were beaten in extra time, and they are firmly focused on Olympic qualification under coach Sean Horan, who's been there and done it with the New Zealand Silver Ferns. There's Yan Mei Ling with the head strapping, and they win this, they win the pool, and they set up a semi-final against Thailand, and that'll be exciting too. There's Gu Yao Yao, and Craig Chan is our referee from Hong Kong. There's lots to like about this China side, isn't there, Jed?
Oh, they are far and away a superior outfit at this level in this region. Along with Japan, they're setting the pace, and they give the rest of these teams a very, very good target to move to. On the world stage, they get in there to the World Series, they find out the cold hard truth. But the more they go, the more used to it they get, the more inclined they are to create opportunities for themselves. And don't forget, in that first year under coach Chad Shepherd, the Chinese women, well, I know they had the USA against the wall a few times. They certainly got in there and competed hard.
Chan Penala was in Sri Lanka early, and now they get the engine warmed up. China under the posts, another penalty. Was there a tap there? Yu Xiaoming with the ball. And it's Gu Yao Yao. She steps off the left, and they grasp in at nothing. Thin air they come away with. And it doesn't take long. They're on the scoreboard with a meat pie, China. And it's Gu Yao Yao with her 2nd of the tournament.
Oh, this is a team that will be very, very difficult for Sri Lanka to unlock. On defence, they're going to encounter a side that will be physical and robust and to break down. They certainly won't let Sri Lanka come in and try and take the ball. And in terms of pace, well, they might be one of the few teams that player for player can really match the Lady Tuskers for pace across the park. We know that the Sri Lankan players can run, but even so, China have got big ticks in all departments.
Here we go. This is good from Sri Lanka. They're skirting down that far side. Yang Fei Fei with the covering tackle. They keep possession. Look at all the Sri Lankans there. Good eagerness from them. Dulani. Oh no, that's not what they needed. Sun at their backs. Grass ahead of them, and it's been grassed on the halfway. Coach Salia Kumara, he'll be fuming about that. We saw a lot of that from Sri Lanka yesterday. They've usually got good hands.
Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Yang Fei Fei to feed. Comes squirting out the back with no delay. Yang Fei Fei on the wraparound. Pops it up to Liu Xiaoqian, and she's going to show a clean pair of heels just like that. Training field stuff. And a big smile from her, and that's delightful, isn't it, to see these players really enjoying hosting, playing in front of their home stadium.
Oh, for sure. You've got the national colours on. You're red hot favourites to go well, and you're going to get your chance in front of the selectors to push your case. more importantly, you're out there having some fun.
With your mates.
With your mates. Good deal.
It's a great way to spend a Sunday. That's how I kind of feel about my job here today.
Thanks, Grant. Me too.
Just hope the selectors are noticing our bond, our relationship, our combination, really. And that we get picked for the final today. There's Coach Kumara. Won't be happy they turn that around, China. Off a Sri Lanka mistake, and now Sri Lanka let it find grass, and they might save this. Yes, they do. Temporarily. That's good looping around. Here we go. There's some pace here. They just get hold of the shirt, and Yan Mei Ling gets the bounce. Now, she ain't the quickest, but I think she's going to cover that 22 metres and beat Delaney to the line there. And again, promising stuff from Sri Lanka, and just the inside ball not going to hand. That would have been interesting, but instead it's try number 3 to China.
And players like this are very, very difficult to cope with. Are they on any sort of paddock? Look, the outside line there, it looked inviting. Just the ground. And even if you'd put a defender in front of this lady, I get the funny feeling she would have just trucked straight over the top.
Yes, she is the equivalent of Chiharu Nakamura from Japan women's team. Not quite there yet as the queen of Asian women's rugby, Nakamura. She's a rising star, Yan Mei Ling. Makes good decisions, orders her team around the park. Yu Xiaoming with the restart now. That is a good looking restart. That's going to put pressure on, but nicely taken by Sri Lanka. Yan Mei Ling with the tackle. Out of the blocks comes Yang Fei Fei. Goodness me, she heard the starter's gun there. Timed it nicely. They win the penalty on the back of that. China now coming forward with another raid. Sucking in tackles. 3 tacklers there it takes to bring him down. Yu gets it wide again, and Yang Fei Fei on the end of that one. Sorry, no, it's not. It's Liu Xiaoqian. Gets another one and another smile. So put that down to the quick defensive line from Yang Fei Fei.
Too easy, too smooth. And they'll be looking forward to the half-time whistle. Poor old Sri Lanka. Give them a chance to look at the other end.
That's a good effort, but it's just to the right from out wide. The ability now in the women's game to really have a crack at these wide-out conversions, which were never really taken for the full 2 points. They're getting closer and closer to mastering that as well, and which makes the game complete. The restarts are good, and Sri Lanka again just letting that one hit the grass. They can't diffuse it. They get a line out. As we close in on half time, these underarm lobs are sometimes easier to pick off. They go to the front though, nice and safe to Delaney Kanchana, and they win the penalty. Yan Mei Ling was right on that, wasn't she? But no daylight, says Craig Chant. Sri Lanka looking for one of their gas players. Look at the defence coming in there, straight over the top there. Gets a sticky paws on it. Here goes Wang Wen Yu. And stepping out, stepping under, tackles. Xu Xiao Yan just with a couple of steps there on towards the line, and Liu Yang is going to finish this one over on the sideline.
Oh, poor old Sri Lanka. They really look like they're running, trying to grab shadows at the moment. There's not much that can be said other than it's good to see China maintaining some focus. You could easily see little mistakes, little errors creeping in, a lack of patience, maybe creating a bit of negativity in the play, but they seem pretty focused on just generating a nice, clean, tidy performance and not letting any chances slip. 27 points to 0.
And all of this, Jed, with their superstar Chen Kai just taking a break, watching this one from the bench. She's the leading point scorer this weekend with 28, 4 tries, 4 conversions. But don't worry, we've got players like Yang Fei Fei and Wang Wan Yu who scored 10 and 12 tries respectively in the Asia Rugby 7 series. They are really just sort of taking a back seat at the moment to some of the other players, and they'll be exploding. A brace to Liu Xiaoqian there. There's one of the two. Reminiscent of the Japanese players. The smiles after they score. Yan Mei Ling sweeping up there and taking the goodies. Sri Lanka, well, they got themselves on the scoreboard yesterday against Hong Kong. The 1 try going down 27-7 and having a win over Korea 19-5, picking up 3 tries. So they're a team that needs to rebuild. We feel other teams have caught up. Sri Lanka finished the Asia Rugby 7 series last year in 5th spot. They won the 5th and 6th playoff in all 3 legs against Thailand. Very consistent. And what a reversal of fortune. Now we see Thailand making the cup final this year in League 3. Sri Lanka, while slipping down a bit, finishing 6th, 8th and 7th over the course of the series to wind up on 6th spot. So to get back to that former glory, they need to shake their game up. That's the job of Coach Kumara. Away we go, second half. China with early ball. And China just biding their time. Yu Li Ping with the wide ball and getting on the outside. Look at the blistering pace here from Liu Yang. Absolutely blistering pace. Chased by Umayangan, who's no slouch, and that's an early and impressive try in the second half.
The points, they just keep flowing like a river at the moment for China. How do Sri Lanka cover this? How would a coach prescribe a defence to try and deal with this? Severely mismatched. As they move the ball clearly into space, and there simply is no one really around to rein that in.
Wonderful pictures from the crew here. A good front-on shot of Liu, the balance, the poise. The head not bobbling a bit on top of those shoulders. Proper athlete stuff. Sri Lanka now just camped down their 22. It's a hapless task trying to get past this red line of defence. They're just too big, too wide, but they win a penalty and they go quick. That's what they're going to have to do. Throw the playbook out the window and just go at them hammer and tongs. Try and hold on to the ball, but supporting player there just losing footing, putting her hands on the floor as she arrived at full speed. And here goes Liu. She's going to pick up a hat trick for herself. And we don't see a lot of her all the time. She's not usually a starter, but she's reminding Sean Horan that I'm here. And she's got her hand right up.
Simple finish in the end, wasn't it? Look at that. No problem at all. Conversion attempt though, it's challenging. Let's say that much is for real. not that challenging at all. 2 points.
Absolutely drills it low and into the corner pocket there. There's a beauty from Xu Xiaoyan. And heading towards 50, China. That looks good. That's about half a metre too long, and the side of Chen Ke-yi running at you is enough for you to pull out of picking that one up. Chen is on the field now. Going back, Wang Wenyu rescues that one on the floor, and Chen fires out a wide one. Here's Gu Yao Yao, and she straightens up, and here's another one with good legs, good stride, and they're like clones, aren't they? They're just incredible athletes. Ball in two hands, the step off the right, and more than enough speed to get away from even the quickest Sri Lankan players. Second try of the match for her.
Well, they can just hurt you from any point on the field, and there's some experience they would have picked up when they're on the World Series that makes it more relevant at this level. Gu Yao Yao, when she came on the scene a couple of seasons ago, it was a real eye catcher. You could tell by the way that she moved around the ball, balanced player, had all the tricks, real natural, and she's just slowly started to mature as a player. We'll see a lot more of this lady, and she's got the potential to really star on the international scene.
Something in the way she moves.
Certainly was.
48-0, 2.5 remaining. Could have our first 50-pointer of the weekend.
Well, her apparent ability was almost as stark as and obvious as Florence Simons. Look at this now from China.
Look at Wang Wenyu, and she has been sort of relegated to a more of a playmaker, hard-working link player this leg, and can't believe that's her first of the tournament. She scored, I think, 12 on the series, and this time she just gets it. I'm going to have a go here. Defend, and then just the jinky weaving running, that's her, and she operates in the middle of two of them. They can't get her. Brilliant stuff from Wang. So they've cracked the 50. It's 55 here. And you sort of fear for any team they're going to square up against.
Well, we've seen some big shots fired early. Kazakhstan, big shot. Hong Kong, big shot. Thailand, they put some work in as well. But it's all pretty quiet compared to this. Yeah. It's a big bang.
And a lot of these tries have been run in from 30, 40 metres out, whereas Hong Kong, Thailand, Kazakhstan even haven't worked their way downfield, going through several phases to get there. China just have the pace, the power out wide and down the middle to put people through gaps and finish from far out. I think Yan Mei-ling might be the slowest in the team, and well, she showed us that she can finish as well within the sort of 22-metre range. Sri Lanka now just getting hassled in their own 22. Down and up again. This time Yan Mei-ling decides it's not worth it to get her sticky claws in there. There's Dulani. There's Anushka, sorry. Just no room for some of their speedsters to get away. And frankly, I'm not sure they could get away. They win a penalty though as we close in on the hooter. And they decide to just give it back to China for some reason. Maybe the bounce is going to work in their favour. And eventually it just comes off the boot and over the line. Emphatic by China, Jed. That really is a superb show of what they're capable of in this 55-0 win.
55 points in 14 minutes. This is absolutely destroying stuff by China. What form they're in. This sets up to be quite an interesting afternoon. Who will face them, who will go with them, and who can really hang in there when the heat gets going or the kitchen gets hot. Look at this, what a fantastic bit of speed out wide for China. And they've got it out wide, or they've got it straight through the middle. They've got it from long range, short range, free range, any range you like. They are standing ready for their chance to become Olympians, and that in itself is an achievement. Forget the medals, getting the opportunity to strut your stuff for your country as an Olympian, well, it's the sort of thing you'd dream about when you're a kid.
They're all fascinating tries too. I mean, that one from Wang Wanyu, just really classy. And we're going to look at the pool standings now for you at the completion of 3 rounds. There's China with a whopping 146 points, just the 1 try against. They sit proud on top of the table. Hong Kong bring in second spot with 49. Just that loss to China, big loss to China yesterday. Sri Lanka, Korea, well, they'll go into the plate semi-finals starting earlier this afternoon. Kazakhstan, with that win over Thailand yesterday by the 1 try, they sit on top with 97 points. Thailand with 81 points, 4 and the 7 points. Singapore, Philippines will face off against Sri Lanka and Korea, but we are going to have some cracking cup semi-finals later on today. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to be taking a break right now, giving the players, the commentators, the production team a bit of a break. We'll be back at 12:27 local time. We return with Singapore versus Korea. Please join us then.